All right. I'm Nigerian. That's Lucas, and we're a Big Go Belt Media. Da Vinci, Lala, and Sydney. It's a pleasure to talk to you three today.
It's a pleasure. How are you?
Good, good, good. Let's just
Good.
swing for the fences here. This love triangle. How how destructive is this going to get?
I think it's gonna get a little crazy. I think this is only the beginning.
I think Terry's gonna make it work.
I've never heard of a love triangle that turned
Right,
good.
right.
I think I think they're gonna end up being polygamous, and
No,
Oh,
they're
Right.
gonna be working together. So that's
that's absolutely not gonna happen.
Lala, let me come at you really quick with Markisha. There's a character that we should also pay attention to in this love triangle because Keisha's married. Talk about Boom. How does he affect this relationship between Markisha and Terry?
He has a great effect on her because even though, she's married and even though she's smitten and loving what's kind of happening with her and Terry, she has a loyalty to her marriage, no matter how dysfunctional it is, no matter how abusive it is. And you kind of start seeing her internal kind of tug of war between I'm a wife and I want to be loyal to my husband, but I'm kind of feeling this new energy and this new space that I'm in. So I think it would be an interesting ride for the audience to take with my character.
Okay, okay.
now, Sydney, speaking of this incredible love triangle, we got to ask a question. Where is Lawanda heading to this season? We saw her escape in season one. We got to
Right.
know where is she heading to in this season?
This season, she is not escaping. She is sticking around and fighting for her man. So, yeah, she's back, and like I said, she's putting up a fight to keep her family together. As far as Lucille, the parents, and as far as Terry and the kids. So she's not going anywhere right now.
I love this very familiar relationship between Terry and Markeisha because I can speak for myself, and I'm sure others has probably witnessed the same or experienced the same thing. But we all meet a particular woman in our life that put us on the game, that got us trying new types of food that we think is fancy, but these things are just kind of normal things now on, and getting us our etiquette up, helping us with our businesses and our aspirations here, and then we take that we learn and then we transfer it into another direction, which is just completely toxic. So I want to know for you, Da Vinci, at what point do we see Terry apply these new horn skills and knowledge and experiences that he had and tries to bring it home? And how's that going to affect this relationship?
definitely in the middle of the season. Like I think you guys are gonna see like the influence of Markisha on Terry like really strong, and it starts getting so strong that Lawanda starts noticing certain different things like what's good with you, bro? Like you're not moving how you normally move. And women, you guys are so intuitive. I mean, women are so intuitive, so they could peep anything. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's little subtle changes. So, but definitely towards the middle and the end of the season, Marquisha definitely starts turning Terry into a better businessman and just to a more effective, sharp street dude as well.
Okay.
Now, Lala, coming off of playing one of the pinnacle great characters in this genre of crime, black culture stories, what made you look at Markeisha and say, this is a role that I have to play?
Yeah, I loved the relationship between Lakeisha and Tommy. That's something that is incredible piece of television, like you said, and something I was honored to be a part of. But I looked at this as a completely different relationship, and a completely different dynamic. One, Markeisha's older than Terry and kind of teaching him the way. She's dealing with her own turmoil in her marriage. She's seeing the potential in him and Terry and wanting him to be great at what he's doing. So it's a complete different dynamic than Lakeisha and Tommy, but it's also a relationship that I pray that people will be as invested in and fall in love with and be determined to see like where it's gonna go. So that is, what I pray for. And I do hope that the audience really takes to this relationship and it's very layered, it's very dysfunctional, it's very crazy, like everything that kind of happens between Markeisha and Terry.
Hey, Da Vinci, especially coming off of the BMF documentary, I think our portrayal, or what I say, our insight into who Terry is, it's always been the businessman, very calm, cool, collective. He doesn't take disrespect, but we haven't really got a sense of that he has a temper or any sorts of anger. However, we've seen in the first 3 episodes here that while when business is not is going as planned, Terry doesn't play no games. He's going to turn up. He actually shows signs of who Meech has been portrayed to be. Because remember last season, Big L said, I don't want to work with Meech. He's the hothead. T's more of the person. So that's sort of the assumption of the dynamics between the two brothers. What would you say is the true assessment of what makes Terry go off?
I think Terry is like, he's kind of OCD in a way. Like he likes things being ran a certain way. And I think when something just messes up his orbit in his world and how he sees it to go, like I think it really pisses him off. And I think that's when he like, he get angry, he get pissed off. But if it's not, if something's not messing with how he's seeing it or whatever order he's seeing it, like I think he's Gucci, he's cool, he's laid back. But it's like it's just usually he always thinks he sees the situation in the best way possible. So when he has like an opposing idea and it just sounds dumb to him, like you're just gonna see him go off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, from a standpoint from the ladies, especially from just the characters, Lawanda and Markisha, what do you think is the qualities that they see in T that attracts them to T?
I think I think what makes Terry such an attractive character is probably because he's young, but he's very just like he's mature. He's mature. He's not like the typical young person his age. So I think women gravitate towards that. Like women always want a man that, he can kind of lead and he has that potential leadership quality in him. And I think that's what makes them both really attracted to him. And I think it's something with his eye, having one eye, I think it just translates into this thing and that they like. I don't know. What y'all think, Sydney? I don't know. How y'all like to
Well, thanks for answering, Da Vinci.
Answering our question.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. Look, whatever.
Oh, that's because it cut out. So I heard, wow,
Yes,
my fault.
basically.
That's hilarious. Wow, that's crazy.
So let me tell you what they like about me.
Just let you
Nah, it cut out. So what
you
I
gonna
heard,
tell
my
us
fault.
what we like about you? All right, cool. That's fine.
No, that's not how I heard it, but I'm gonna stop talking.
Whatever he just said. No, he made great points. For a woman, they want a man that's a leader. For Markisha, she wants someone with potential, and he had all of that. And also, he wasn't stuck in his ways. He wanted to learn, and you want somebody who's willing to compromise and learn. And Markisha saw these qualities in Terry, and I think that's a lot of what attracted her to him and wanting to continue to pursue whatever it is.
Right. Yeah, and I think like you said, him being a go-getter, him being driven. And I think like a lot of people from what I've heard say that Terry was like the brains of the operation, how smart he was. And, women are attracted to that, like the intellectual side as well. And the money too. I think both of them are kind of like, into that as well.
Last question for you all. Who has Terry at best interest?
Who has his best interest?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think I could speak for my character. I think we both do in different ways. Like I don't want to speak to Sydney's character, but for me, I have his best interest because I see potential and I want him to be great and I want to show him how to be great, whether it's with the car company or whether it's with the drug game. Like I want you to be the best, and to me, wanting someone to be the best is having their best interest at heart. But it's a different interest than what Lawanda would have, having an entire family with him.
Right. Yeah, I think her defense, it's like she wants him to completely stay out of the game, So because I saw, first season, a lot of people were like, this girl need to go somewhere. He needs to just make it right with me.
Flat Twitter.
Right. Exactly. But, like I said, in her defense, she wants him to, do what's best for him in a sense of not do anything that's going to put him in trouble or get him killed. You know, he was shot in the first episodes. So, you know, she would, of course, say she has his best interest, but he also has to do what's best for him. And, you know, bills got to get paid.
Well, look, I know we're up on our time. I think it's safe to say that we're gonna go get some orchids and learn a little bit more about plants and do our thing. Thank you very much, Da Vinci and Terry, and I think we good to go for today.
Appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one.
Guys, thank
All
you.
right.
So
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, everybody.